Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be reviewing the second book in the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. This book is called Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, and so on the cover of the book you can obviously see a big giant snake that's trying to kill Harry and a bird. That bird's a phoenix, by the way. So the snake is actually the main villain in the book who Harry has to defeat, because in each of the Harry Potter books there's always like a main villain or like a main villainous creature who Harry has to beat or like fight at the end of the books. And well, spoiler alert, Harry always wins because he's the main character and he has something called main character plot armor, which means he can't die, or else that would just be sad and it would ultimately end the series here. So Harry's the boy in the picture with the giant long snake. I've never seen a sword like that. That's an extremely long sword. So this particular snake is called a basilisk. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but it's called a basilisk. And its eyes are yellow, but its eyes have blood in them because the bird, Fawkes, who's a phoenix, kind of pulled his eyes out. Don't know why. But really we do know why, because if you read the book then you'll find out that the basilisk actually has a really cool, kind of creepy, kind of scary, kind of deadly ability to, if anyone looks at it in its eyes, like full on eye contact in this if anyone gives eye contact to a basilisk, they will die, just straight up death. No one really knows how. I think you just call it like a basilisk death. So the Fawkes tore out his eyes so that while Harry was fighting him with a giant sword, he wouldn't die by looking him in the face and be like, I'm going to cut your head off. And he has to cut his head off, but he can't look at the snake's head, so he might accidentally cut his arm. That would be bad. And cool. Okay. Dreadful experiences. So, on the back, this is Dobby. I'm going to read a line that Dobby says. That's actually also on the back. It's a part of the blurb. So I'll read the line, then I'll talk more about Dobby, then I'll read the blurb. So the line on the back for Dobby is, there is a plot, Harry Potter. A plot to make most terrible things happen at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry this year. So Dobby is a kind of goblin thing, but he's not actually a goblin. He's called House Elf, but I think he looks like a goblin. Just kind of. He doesn't really look like a goblin. I don't know why. How I get a likeness to goblins with this adorable Dobby. So Dobby's actually a house elf, and house elves are for like the richest wizarding families. Oh yeah, by the way, Harry's a wizard. He lives in a world where everything's magic, and there's a magic world and then there's a muggle world. Muggle means non-magical people, and we unfortunately are muggles. Sad. So Dobby's actually Dobby, a house elf, or house elves in general, kind of like take like servants or like slaves that only the richest, most oldest wizarding families can have house elves. This is Dobby. He's the house elf of one of Harry's most hated nemesis of all. Not really hated by like fans of the Harry Potter series, but hated by Harry and his friends. His name is Draco Malfoy, and Dobby is his servant. But since Harry like kind of killed a guy when he was 1 year old, a really bad guy, all the house elves are like, oh yes, Harry Potter is the greatest. So Dobby disregarded his masters, the Malfoys' orders, and told Harry about the evil plot to set a basilisk on Hogwarts and kill all of the children. Terrifying. Don't do that in any school. Dobby tries to save Harry by warning Harry about this terrible calamity, which means like misgrieve or like bad doing. But Harry doesn't listen because his friends go to Hogwarts, and actually the kids that are supposed to die are people called Muggleborn. So basically, wizards or witches that are born to Muggle parents. So and the Malfoys, who are the ones who actually like set the basilisk on people, they actually like kind of hate Muggleborns because they're something called purebloods, which means they don't have a drop of Muggle blood in their blood, kind of. And now I'm going to read the blurb. And I kind of like blurbs. They're kind of like the bits that can tell you the most about the story before you read it. So here's the blurb. Harry Potter's summer has included the worst birthday ever. Doomy warnings from a house elf called Dobby and rescue from the Dursleys by his friend Ron Weasley in a magical flying car. Back at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry for his second year, Harry hears strange whispers echo through empty corridors, and then the attacks start. Students are found as though turned to stone. Dobby's sinister predictions seem to be coming true. And Harry actually finds out that. So they didn't die, those students, because they kind of looked at a reflection of the basilisk instead of the actual basilisk. For instance, one boy looked through a ghost at the basilisk, so it wasn't his true thing, but the ghost died somehow. He's a ghost, you can't die twice. Kind of weird. Yeah, so you can't die twice actually. So the ghost survived somehow. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, so the ghost survived, and also the boy also survived, because basically they just get petrified, meaning they're so they can't move, talk, do anything, they can't think, nothing. It's just like this. And they just lie like that until given a special potion that can turn them back to normal. So how the basilisk gets turned into on Hogwarts is because Lucius Malfoy, Draco Malfoy's dad and the one who actually does all of this evilness, has a little diary that has Lord Voldemort, the guy who Harry killed when he was 1. Really bad guy. Wouldn't want to bring him back. He tried to kill loads of people at once. He actually thought killing was fun. Weird guy. So, Lord Voldemort, you can kind of do this thing in the magical world where you put a bit of your soul into an object. For instance, I could put my soul into this book. And that's exactly what Voldemort did actually. He put his soul into an old diary that he brought near his old his orphanage, because he lived in an orphanage even though he was really powerful blood. So Hogwarts, the school of Witchcraft and Wizardry where Harry goes, actually has 4 founders: Salazar Slytherin, Helga Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, Rowena Ravenclaw, and Godric Gryffindor. Voldemort is actually a descendant of Salazar Slytherin, which is how he got the basilisk out of the secret Chamber of Secrets, which is, the name of the book. And what he did is, when he left, he wanted to make sure that the Chamber of Secrets would be open again so that all Muggleborns could die. So he gave his diary before he died. Wow, that rhymes. He gave his diary before he died to Lucius Malfoy, but Malfoy didn't know what it was, so he gave it to a girl who was Ron Weasley, Harry Potter's best friend's daughter, and little sister, not daughter. That would be insane. A 12-year-old has a daughter? How? It's a little sister. And the diary possessed her to open the Chamber of Secrets and boom, almost kill Muggleborns by petrifying them. So that's what happens in the book, and and Harry, basically at the end, everybody's going to be saved and everything happens. But then the problem is that Ginny, at the end of the book, Ron's younger sister and the one that gets possessed, she gets taken into the Chamber of Secrets by the bit of Voldemort's soul that's inside of the diary, because the soul kind of gets out of the diary and goes into Ginny to possess her. And it goes into Ginny one more time and forces her to go into the Chamber of Secrets and stay there. And it's taking away her life force so that it can become a real person again. Harry, instead of Harry goes to save her with his best friend Ron, as their other friend Hermione actually gets petrified. She's the last person who gets petrified too, so that's kind of cool. And Hermione's really smart, so that's how they found out about the basilisk too. So, you can actually see Ginny there, really tiny in the corner of the front cover. She's really, really tiny. I don't know if you can see it. It's super tiny. And when I first got the book, I didn't see that, but then after close inspection, I saw it. And this is the second book, and there were 7 other books in the Harry Potter series, and this is only the second one. So there's like, we already did a book review on 1, we did a book review on the 5th one as well, and I also did a book review on the 7th one, which means there's only 3, 4, 6 left. And if you guys would like me to do a book review on 3, 4, and 6, please like that button down below and comment which one you'd like to see first. Because there's like, we could do it in order, or we could do it or we could just do it out like random order. So that's all to today's book, to the book review of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets by J.K. Rowling. Please like and subscribe if you like this video. Bye!